Jackson Park sits atop all that remains of the White City. We must reach Bloom before he finishes his incantations. Kill him. Avenge my acolytes, and extinguish the fire before it starts.
The strange thing is, I can't find a record of the Council's formation. It's like it wasn't there, and then it was. What I do know is that after the fire, the Council invoked a covenant, a very old code of conduct. From that point forward, using magic was punishable by death. Spellcasters went into hiding. They created the arenas in pocket dimensions across the city, and they created the duel to keep their skills sharp. Smart magicians stayed out of sight. Reckless ones found themselves dispersed in the void. That reminds me, I need to renew my life insurance policy. The architects were innovators. They wove the old forms together to create new styles of spellcasting, spells for a modern age. They grew powerful, and they grew dissatisfied with the status of their city. They saw the potential for something much greater in the sprawl next to the lake. They built the fair into a shining monument to progress, and the entire city stood together, united behind their vision. When's the last time that happened? The eyes of the whole world were on the fair, with its electric lights and moving pictures. It was magic, every bit of it. But magic must stay hidden at all costs. Kate Walcott was the first. They found her body in Pulaski Park, sliced nearly in half. The rest of the architects followed, murdered for their ambition, their indiscretion. At least 5 of them were murdered. I can't find the 6th. But I did find something else, encrypted in the margins of an ancient book at the Exposition Library. It's an incantation for removing an effigy from its burial site.
I see you there. Who are you? You're looking for something. I see. You want to know who killed me. I don't think you'll like the answer. There were 6 of us. We called ourselves the Architects. Each of us was a pioneer in our own branch of magic. Together, we created the greatest and most impossible achievement known to man, the World's Fair. For the first time, we put magic in plain sight of thousands of people. We flashed wonders in their faces. They grew wide-eyed as children, and then went back to their daily lives, oblivious to what they'd seen. Our gleaming white city. It was proof that we no longer had to hide in the shadows. It was the beginning of the revolution. The night I died, in the center of the fair, I had shown them the truth. The crowd surrounded me open-mouthed. For the first time, they were seeing real magic. The cards soared out of my hands, surrounded them all. Yes, they screamed in terror, but for that one brief moment, they knew the truth. I could sense it was coming. That feeling in the pit of my stomach, the cold knot of a friend's betrayal. The last thing I saw was the gleaming scythe. It was one of us. One of the architects betrayed us all. Whoever it was will undoubtedly come for you too. Your one hope is to find them first. But if you do, tell them Brimstone sent you.
I knew you'd be back, sooner or later. Hold on. Never mind, I thought you were someone else. You're too calm, too poised. I need the energy and madness of a crowd. So, you know who did it? Which one of them betrayed us? After all I did for them. Tens of thousands, half of them drunk, packed like cattle into the fair. And not a single fight. The whole crowd calm as can be in the mid-August heat. almost as if the entropy was sucked right out from the pulsing throne. They called me Gaslight, father of the anarchists, undefeated in duels. Not that any of that matters to you, I suppose. If you're here, you must be looking for answers. All I know is, whoever did it was smart. Knew how to make it look like an accident. But what a way to go, right?
Welcome. You're right on schedule. Oh, you have little time, so I'll be brief. I was known as Pendulum, the first of the Drifters. The only one of the architects able to see through time. It was I who planned every inch of the World Fair. From the streetcars, to the turnstiles, to the ticket gates. Every detail meticulously prepared, so that it operated like a finely crafted watch. Nobody else alive could have done that. And nobody else ever will. I'm sorry, I digress. You came here with a purpose. I see you will soon confront the one who killed us. And, oh dear. After that, I don't see anything in your future. Take that however you wish.
Do you remember the day you awoke? I do. I was 4 years old. It was rain, and I would just point my finger. And everything seemed possible back then. I thought I had so much more time. Do you ever think about the flow of power? It never goes in a straight line, you know? Always back and forth, here, then there. That's how I first thought of the idea of alternating current. Power must always keep moving. But real power. And that's what you want, isn't it? Real power shifts in unexpected ways. Throughout history, power has moved from one unlikely place to another, as if someone was guiding it. The same way an electric force can control the path of energy. But that force must have a source. And we architects came too close to discovering that source. I had hoped to awaken others. That was my dream. Imagine everyone at the World Fair, awakening to their true powers all at once. And the name Phosphor would never be forgotten. Phosphor, the first of the Electromancers. Phosphor, the Awakener. Just promise. Promise that at least you will still remember me.
It'd be so easy to crush you right now. But you have something I need. Answers. One of the architects betrayed us all. Who was it? You must have figured it out by now. Well, unbelievable. If I could have just one more day, I'd flatten a lot of them. Worthless ingrates with their pissant parlor gimmickry. You know who built the White City? Boilerplate. That's who. Who else is gonna stack 10,000 tons of stone on a shifting foundation in a single week? This whole city should have been impossible. But the rest of these morons were too dumb to even know it was impossible. And then, they didn't even have the basic common decency to be in awe when I pulled it off. That's what burns me up. Not the betrayal. Not even the killing me part. I just wish they had the brains to know their betters when they meet them. Now go. And when you do find the one who betrayed us, you know what you have to do.
I finished translating a ritual. It was written in cuneiform, pre-Mesopotamian stuff. If I perform it, all hell will break loose. That seems like a good way to distract the council while I break into the vault. There's a vault at the council chamber. No one I know is allowed to access it. I'm convinced that the secret of the Wraiths is locked inside. It has to be. Something keeps their spirits sealed away. Who else has that kind of power? Evelyn is demanding results. A way to control the Wraiths herself. She thinks that's her ticket to ascension in the duel, and I can't argue. She's funding my research. I need to get in there, somehow, but I have to hurry. I'm starting to feel like I'm being watched.
Est solumis testusque, ad coiomitad inferos.
Chicago will burn again if we're indiscreet. Silence Bloom and retrieve the prismatic orb.
You again! I suppose that astral witch sent you here. She's about to lose another acolyte. We don't need to live in fear of the council. We'll overthrow it, once and for all. I'll die before I crawl back into hiding, and I'll take you with me.
Wraith effigy.
Abdusus, Abdusum, Vocat.
He commands the Wraith.
They're killing our history! I turned your roommate into a different extension. You'll be cursed by the ancients! How does it feel to have that ghost?
Kill Blue while the servants are down.
This isn't over. Good game. I see you've learned a thing or two about Ember management. Here. Take this. I know it's what Phaedra wants. Just leave me alone. Some of us want to see Chicago rise again. But I guess for Phaedra, it's still all about the duel.